What's up, people, and welcome to a video, just my thoughts on this. That's all it is. I just see a whole bunch of people talking about it, and it makes sense to chime in and at least give my opinion, because that's what I do. Before I do that, I want to preface this that there was I wouldn't call it incident, but rather, Chapter Master Valrak reacted to my video that I made talking about bigger creators and why some of them may have an agenda, and whether or not, honestly, I haven't even gone back to rewatch it to see if that's what I said, but if I did, then I am wrong. And I reached out to Valrak directly and said, have you ever, at all, ever, in your entirety of your YouTube career, doing what you're doing, ever gotten anything from GW? Valrak says, no. And I told him, okay. I'm going to leave it at that. There's no reason for me to perpetuate anything else or try to create some sort of drama, because that's not what I do. And I said thank you, and I said I was wrong. So there you have it. I have no reason to disbelieve him, and I have no reason to really even talk about him, because that wasn't the purpose of the video. But yeah, I was wrong. He says he's never gotten anything from them. I am inclined to believe him. That's it. So yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to dwell on it. I had a lot of angry fanboys in my comments over that whole thing, and it is what it is. So, moving on from that, I am seeing a lot of people talk about this whole Amazon deal with Games Workshop. And, you know, we all knew at the beginning of this, whenever the first news broke that Henry Cavill was going to be involved in a project with Amazon and Games Workshop to make a TV show, well, most of us said, all right, this is probably a bad idea. At least from what we know of Amazon and companies like Amazon. But now there's a lot of rumors flying around, and that's, you know, to everyone's credit that is covering this, they flat out say these are rumors. We don't know. Somebody's taking something from a green text on 4chan and, you know, spouting it as fact. But the people, at least to their credit, have been saying that these are rumors, which is exactly what they are, because we don't know. We never know with any of the shit that Games Workshop does until they actually come out and say something, if they even say anything at all. But, you know, I'm seeing Amazon as the big baddie in this now. You know, a lot of the attention seems to be shifting away from Games Workshop's behavior to, oh, okay, well, this is Amazon's fault. And while I am not entirely disagreeing with that, given their track history, I don't think it wouldn't be fair to say that all of this is Amazon's fault, because at the end of the day, these are two huge companies, Games Workshop and Amazon, trying to work something out to make it mainstream. And of course, as much as all of us who enjoy the Warhammer 40K hobby want 40K to be mainstream, for there to be movies, for there to be fucking cartoons, for there to be TV shows, well, when you go mainstream, then you have mainstream problems. And now you have let's imagine that we're sitting in this conference room with Amazon and Games Workshop, and Amazon's going, all right, I want a black trans female non-binary space marine. And, you know, you have somebody from Games Workshop going, that's not a thing. At least, not that we've written yet, or ever. And then Amazon going, okay, well, we'll scratch the non-binary part. How about that? And Games Workshop is still sitting there going, no, probably not. Well, you have to have something that has this checkbox and this checkbox and this checkbox and this checkbox. Otherwise, you know, the deal is gone. And, you know, people are saying that Amazon were the ones that are pushing in a female Empower armor for the 40K series that is supposed to happen. And, you know, it's probably true. I mean, I could see some marketing person sitting there going, hey, we need this thing and this thing and this thing in order for people to like it. And at the end of the day, the only people that really know their product, and I'm saying that loosely, is Games Workshop. You know, Games Workshop knows their product to an extent, I hope. And for them to be arguing with this, you know, trillion-dollar company that has places everywhere, and God knows how many lawyers, and God knows how many people on a team trying to conduct, you know, the flow of business, and where the plot's going to go, and what the characters are going to look like, and this, that, and the other. And, Henry Cavill's just sitting in the corner seething because he's like us. He's a nerd. He loves his Custodes. And yeah, there's a lot of speculation, and we're never going to know until we see a finished product or some sort of trailer or something. And I don't even know if, I don't know what we're going to get out of this. I'm hoping it's something that's faithful to the lore and faithful to the setting, and it's not some half-cocked comedy like Fallout tried to be sometimes. It's a crapshoot with these these writers and these producers and these directors, and a board member saying he wants things a certain way, and all we can hope for is for the best. I already see a lot of people saying that they don't have any hopes for it because Amazon's involved, and I don't blame them. At the end of the day, we as the consumer, there's really not much say we have in anything outside of if you're going to turn around and boycott the company, and you're going to stop buying minis, you're going to start 3D printing, you're going to not give GW any money. It's almost damn near impossible to not give Amazon any money at this point. And I'm hoping that a lot of these rumors of there being some sort of conflict between Games Workshop and Amazon, like to the point where they're trying to protect their IP, is true. I hope that there is somebody, at least one person at Games Workshop. I don't know who that person is because they've never come out and said it outside of Kirby, I think. And there's got to be. I refuse to believe that there's not at least one person there, just one, going, hey, we can't do that. This is going to piss people off. This is going to piss the fans off. And if you go and look at what's happened with that, the Custodes release trailer on YouTube, the last time I checked, that thing had like 2,500 likes to something like 8,000 dislikes. And it goes to show you that when people love a setting, when people love a hobby, when people love a product, then they're fucking rabid about it. And that goes for anything. That even goes for content creators. People are rabid about their favorite fucking content creators. And, when people latch onto things, they don't like seeing that thing get talked bad about or destroyed or messed with. And, I'm that way with 40K. I love that hobby. I love the hobby. I love the minis. I love the books. I love everything about it. It's my thing. It's what I like. Outside of rocks and shit, that's different. Oh, and my animals. But yeah, I don't think it's a. I lost my train of thought. I don't think it's implausible that Amazon could be, pulling the strings in the direction of the same shit that you always see people talking about with BlackRock and Vanguard and all the DEI initiatives or bridge initiatives or whatever they want to call it at the time. And I'm hoping, my final thoughts on this is that I'm hoping, again, that there are at least a couple people there that are on the side of the fans. I've said it multiple times that I don't think anybody wants to see 40K just turn into corporate slop, because then it loses the thing that drew the audience in to begin with. And yeah, I just want to throw this out there because I'm seeing a lot of talk about Amazon at this point. And while they are just rumors, it's also very possible that is the way that Amazon operates, especially when it comes to other people's IP. They want to go in there, they want to start checking boxes, they want to change it, they want to, what's the word I'm looking for here? Sterilize it for a quote-unquote modern audience, which nobody fucking wants that. And yeah, all we can do is sit and wait and see what happens. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, hopefully we get a good TV show.